I am home from work and I am making another pot of 13 bean soup, but instead of using that ham packet, because like the love of my life, he does not like pork. He doesn't eat pork. So I'm trying to like slowly cut out my pork consumption, you know? Only for like, I'm being psycho right now, but like when we are like living together and all that stuff, I want to be able to make things and he able to try them. Although I don't think he'll actually eat this, but still. Anyway, so, but the only thing is I'm only going to have like about 3 hours to cook it. So actually I'm going to turn it on high now because I got all my stuff ready. I'm boiling water, so when the water's done, I can put all the stuff inside. But the seasonings I'm going to use, instead of using the ham packet, is some sea salt. I'm going to use some chicken base, some peppers. There's like a bunch of different blends of pepper, but I also want to add some more black pepper to it. I'm going to add a can of crushed tomatoes. I thought these was the diced tomatoes, and I looked at the diced tomato can, but I still got the crushed tomatoes. But it's gonna work. It's gonna be good. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put this in because it does have like salt in it, but I am gonna put the Larry seasoning salt and the Mrs. Dash. I'm just gonna add this in now actually in my seasoning bowl. Release this, the tomato sauce. Only because it's on and I don't want to like mess up I don't want to mess it up. But I did get some things from Baby Trees. I picked up this edge styler, and it's a bigger brush, and I'm really excited about it. So I picked this up. It wasn't like an online purchase, so picked that up. Then also I got some Wet n Wild like nail polish, only because what I've been doing with my nails, this one is broken, but what I've been doing with my nails is I've been like putting the glue directly on top of my nail, but I feel like I need to start protecting my nail. I don't know. So I got this to put this on, to put the glue on top. I don't know if it's going to be like a chemical reaction or not, but I don't know. I'm going to test it out first. Actually, let me put my lid on it. I got this from Amazon. It was like a sale. This is like $2 for sugar-free Red Bull. And lately, I just have been like sleeping really poorly. Even when I have like ample amount of time to like go to bed, I still only sleep for like 4 hours. And then when I do go to sleep, when I wake up, I'm like really exhausted. So the coffee is not like immediate enough. So I got a can of, I got a 4-pack of sugar-free Red Bull, and I drank one already, but like half a can. The other half is in my refrigerator for tomorrow morning. I picked up some of this women probiotic. Oh, I opened it backwards. That's fun. All right, so I picked up some of this women probiotic like drink mix powder, and I'm gonna try to drink it every night because in the morning I do have a lot of supplements I take. So at night before I go to bed, I'm going to drink one of these, and it's like flavorless, and it comes in like individual packets like this. I just put in my water, or basically my water or my iced tea. I don't think I'm gonna be adventurous and put in alcoholic beverages, which I'm definitely about to make me a large glass of plum wine. This came today. I ordered it from Walmart. This is from Amazon. Okay, this is from Amazon. This is for Walmart. I got a 6-can pack of petite diced tomatoes, only because I have one more in my pantry that I thought I was going to use today for my soup, but I grabbed the wrong one. And then I got this Campbell's spaghetti and meatballs for my nephew of my older brother, like my oldest brother. And I'm thinking about like taking him for like a day or so. Like I'm thinking about taking him for a whole day, like every week, and that's going to be auntie and nephew day. And I got this to have like on hand just in case, because obviously I'm gonna be making like food and stuff, but for like those in a pinch. He's hungry. Let's get you something to eat. I think this would be good. I actually like the SpaghettiOs. I don't like the one with the meatballs. I just like the regular SpaghettiOs. Childhood, something about it. Anyway, oh, also, I don't know if I showed you guys these two, but I also picked up some lollipops, and these are supposed to be like really good, no sugar added, no weird aftertaste. It's supposed to be like a healthier lollipop. So I picked 2 bags up from Amazon. Also, I didn't show you these. I got some insect traps. Only because like I'm starting to see more and more roaches. They're not like, I don't see them every day. I probably see them like every other day or every 3 days, but I still see them and I don't want to see them. So I got some traps to have on my floor for the cockroaches. So picked up some of those. I moved all of my things here only because I'm so wary of this crock pot. I'm so wary of it. So I'm gonna make sure there's nothing around it. I'm actually gonna unplug the kettle too, just in case. But this is what it looks like with all of everything in it. And I wish I would have set this on before I went to work, because it'll be done right now. But this is it. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. I've been listening to this same song over and over again in my head, and I thought, because I just got out the shower, I thought that like if I listen to it over and over while I'm in a shower, it'll get out my head. No, I am still singing it in my head right now. But in this glass, there's plum wine, there's apple vodka, and there's some cranberry seltzer, which I don't know if I can mix wine and vodka or if I should do it, but it's only one glass. Oh my god, I sound like a lush. It's only 1 glass of vodka and okay, I'm gonna stop. Focus. I put some tofu in it, and it's gonna look probably disgusting tomorrow morning. I think the tofu is gonna like break down. Put big old chunks of tofu in it. They're like this big. I've decided to let this cook overnight on low. It's a little crazy, and I have to get up super early. I have to get up super early today. God, I want to talk to my boyfriend. So this is a tofu press. I put some tofu in here because I was going to make some braised tofu. And it's a tofu press. Basically, it just takes like the water out of the tofu, and the one that's all like the water from the tofu. It just makes it easier to be fried into like braised tofu. And I was going to make braised tofu for dinner, not tomorrow, the night after tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. I was going to make braised tofu like with a spicy like Korean like fried chicken style, but with tofu way. And it just pops less if you try to like squeeze it out. Pops less. But I'm gonna have this. I've decided to put this in overnight. I'm gonna put it on high, but then I'm gonna put it on low when I go to sleep. And I'm obviously gonna take all the stuff away from it. It's not gonna be anything near it. It's gonna be a little bit closer to the edge like this. This is gonna go in the refrigerator. I used like my last can of cranberry lime seltzer water, and I don't like cranberry juice, but I do like cranberry like seltzer, which is weird, I know. And I know I should not have put this with this, like the vodka, because I mixed my plum wine with vodka, like apple flavor. I had a very like stressful day. Oh, I look like come call me now. I mean, I really didn't have like that stress. I mean, I guess I did. All right, so I know that I've been like hinting around about my new relationship, and it's not a new relationship, you guys. It's not. This guy has like, he's like stayed in my heart for like so long. All right, so all right, I'm gonna tell you guys this, but you guys are gonna be like, I blew it. Okay, sorry, I need to focus. I put some tofu in it, and it's gonna look probably disgusting tomorrow morning. I think the tofu is gonna like break down. I put big old chunks of tofu in it. They're like this big. I've decided to let this cook overnight on low. That wine, you guys, I probably shouldn't have like mixed together the vodka with it, but feeling a little crazy, and I have to get up super early. I have to get up super early today. Alright, so when I first moved into this apartment is when, like, relatively when I broke up with my ex-boyfriend that I used to live with. And this guy that I'm talking, let's call him D. I was talking to him, and he's like the sweetest, like strong. He's like the sweetest, but the meanest, but like not mean to me, but mean to me. You know, I don't know. He's like the sweetest guy, sweetest man, and like honestly, I think I was in love with him before we even like started talking. It's, you know, one of those people that like, okay, so he was my work crush. Everyone in my like location knew when he came. Like, he was like a let's call him a vendor. So he's a vendor. Anyway, so I have had a crush on him since before I moved into this apartment. Like when I was still living with my ex-boyfriend, like yeah, anyway, so some things happened. He had a loss in a family, and he's like the quiet type. So it was like, I like him so much, and there's no way that this beautiful god of a man would like me like as much as I like him. And he would go like, I told him this, I was like, don't let it be a day go by without us like talking, you know? And days went by without us talking, and my messages would go unread. And he has a loss in the family, like, and like my heart still burns now. Like, it was so hard for him. Like, to this day, it's still hard for him. And I just wish I just wish I could just take the pain away from him. And like, I will take that pain, you know? All right. So, we started dating, and I was so insecure. Like, till this day, I'm still insecure, because like, if you guys see this man, it's like, holy shit, you know? Like, I don't mean to curse, but like, oh my god, he has like the voice that like makes your knees weak, and his hands, and he's so strong, and it's just like and he's like a manly man, you know? Like, he's like a manly man, which is kind of like bad, but also I like it, you know? Like, grr, man, grr, you know? Like, I don't want to take a bubble bath, you know what I mean? But like, he probably will take a bubble bath with me. He probably will take a bubble bath in general, but like, you know? All right, anyway. And I was just like insecure. Like, I can say this now, super insecure, because it's like, I really like him so much, and like all of these feelings were like developing inside me, and I was like scared of him. So I broke up with him. And it was like 3 months after he lost someone in his family, and it was just like, he would go days without talking to me. Or like, if I talk to him, is this like weird? Like, if hold on. Or like, if I called him or text him, it was like, my calls are going unanswered. I would text him, he would completely ignore my texts. Like, he's the type of person, well, like, it's the way I feel, is like, just him saying good morning to me, or like laughing at something silly I said. It makes me feel so good. And it's not like I want approval from him, but it's just like, he could be in the same room with me, not saying a word, and I will be like the happiest person in the world, because he has that like, he has like that vibe about. All right, I'm probably not making sense, I know, but just follow the breadcrumbs. Then like, I don't know, we were talking, but like friend type stuff, and then again I was like falling for him, you know, and it's too soon, come on girl, like, you know, like I was like so close to saying I love you so many times, and like I didn't want to scare him away, because it's like, yeah, I knew him for years, but like we just recently started like talking, and I want to say like 3 months like after he lost someone, I broke up with him. A month later, we are talking like on friendly friend tip, and like he said something like, grow up, like stop texting me good morning, stop, you know, and it just came out of nowhere, because like he's texting me back, he's more engaged than he ever was like a month ago with me, and it's just like, whatever. So like some other stuff happened, like we still talk and all that stuff. So I at that time where like, I know I'm in the wrong, you guys, I'm not trying to sugarcoat it, but some stuff was happening in my family, and I like needed to talk to him, and I needed like someone to like lean on, and he wasn't like answering me, you know, but like I text him like, hey, are you not going to be there for me when I need you now? And like I was telling him, like, he's not giving me opportunities to be there for him, you know, like, what do you need? You going through papers, you want me to help you? Like, he wasn't giving me an opportunity to be there, even in the smallest way possible. He just was not giving me the opportunity, and I mentioned it over and over again. So it was like one time where like I'm going through something, my cat is a little weird, like he's acting a little weird, because like at that time he stopped eating, and it was the longest he stopped eating before. Anyway, so it's like freaking me out, like, because you know I love George, so I love him till this day. All right, I'm trying to make this so long. I'm not trying to make this so long. Anyway, so my cat situation, whatever, that's when I'm like buying like probiotics for him. His doctor, Dr. Fish in Queens, he does like consultations. He was like, yeah, try this, is the most common thing, see if it helped, and it helped for a little bit, but it didn't help. Anyway, I'm like stressed out. Then fast forward some months later, my health is like declining, and I'm thinking it's because like this guy that I can't stop thinking about, like, I kid you not, I was thinking about D like every single day. You know how like when you're a kid and you don't get what you want, and you want to like stomp your feet and be like super duper like you know, that's how I was, but like on the inside. And then I get hospitalized, and then I'm like all of these feelings for him, this like rush to the surface, and I'm like, I just want to be in his presence, like I just want to be with him. And like I've never felt this way about no person ever, like no romantic partner, no nothing. Like I just want to be with him. So I decide like I picked up the phone and I wrote a text message to him while I'm in the hospital, and I wrote like this crazy long text message, crazy long, about like how like I love him, and I'm in the hospital right now, and I'm fine, everything's fine, but like this whole thing, and then I erased it, and then I wrote in something again, and then I erased it, and I was like, you know what, whatever. And then I was like, you know what, I need a ride. Even though I had two people I was gonna like, one was my ex that I moved, the ex that I was living with. He was gonna come pick me up, and then I had two other friends that were, well, my ex, he wasn't gonna pick me up in a car. He was just gonna like, we were gonna like Uber to my place, and then two of my friends were gonna drive me home and like let them know that like, hey, I told them I had a doctor's appointment and I'm like too exhausted to like go, because I still didn't, I mean, I told them after, anyway, that's not the point. Anyway, so I call him expecting him not to pick up, and he picked up, and like my heart's like do-do, 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 and I'm trying to be so calm about it. Anyway, he gives me a ride, and it's just like, God, I just want to like, in his car, I just want to like break down, and I want to say I'm sorry, and I want to like I want to be in his arms, and like, but like, you know, like that thing in my head that says that like he's too good for me, like the reason, you know, like I don't know how to explain it, you guys. And I'm happy like I could like video it and I could talk to you guys, because like I know I'm not the only person, but like the whole time I was in a car, I was like, gotta be cool, gotta be calm, but I was in pain too, so kind of like mellowed me out. But like all I wanted to do was for him to like hug me, and for me to be like in his arms, and for him to like kiss on me, like nothing sexual, just like anyway. So he drove me home, he came here, he like took me to fill out my prescriptions, and I was at CVS, and they didn't tell me that like the oxycodone wasn't available, but I had two prescriptions twice, and then also they put someone else's prescription in my bag, and I brung it back, but like he was like sleeping, he was sleeping on my bed. Ooh, sorry, he was like sleeping on my bed, again, nothing sexual, just like, you know, and I was like trying to wake him up, and he's so hard to get up, you guys. He's so hard, but I feel like it's a challenge. So what I did is I set an alarm, because he has an iPhone too, and you know how you can have a alarm on your phone, you know it instantly, you get up. So I set the alarm to try to get up. He saw it, he canceled it, and he went back to sleep. But the thing about it is like I was asking him like, hey, do you want to cuddle? Can I have a hug? And he was like, no. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you could be gentle with me, you know? Like, I've been thinking about this man for months. And I'm like, you know what? There's even a video that like I was breaking down crying, and I was like, I love him so much, you guys. It's like when I was in the hospital, and I was like, when I first got out of surgery, and they put me in a room with this screaming lady next door, and I'm just like crying, and I'm like, I love him so. It was bad. It was like 15 minutes of me like confessing my undying love to this man. It was really bad. And I'm an ugly crier. I'm like, all right, anyway, God, just thinking about him was making my heart flutter. All right, so what happened? Okay, so CVS didn't tell me that my prescription had to come back later. So when the pain started kicking in like full force, I needed oxycodone or oxycodone. Is it oxycodone? Whatever, I needed the oxycodone, and I needed it bad. So I'm like rambling through my stuff, and it's not there. And I remember I called, and it was just like, oh my God. And it's like, oh, it's not gonna be ready to 10. He said he had to leave, and he fell asleep, and I was trying to get him up with the alarm. But when he woke up, he seemed like he had an attitude. And like, I don't know, I just felt like, of course he doesn't like me. Of course he doesn't want to be with me because he had like an attitude. He wasn't like rude to me, but he was like, oh, just give me up. Sexy voice. Yeah, but he was like, I told you to give me up or something like that. I felt like I don't know. But it was like to the point where like I thought he was mad at me that he wasn't gonna drop me off home. So I like got a Lyft when I'm like in line to pick up my oxycodone. And I have a Lyft, I schedule it, and I'm like, hey, thank you so much. I didn't mean to like not wake you up, and I really appreciate you, and here's a picture of like my Lyft is coming to get me. And I like to do that with people, like especially at night, like if I'm in a Lyft or something like that. I text it to like my sister, like I text it to everyone just in case I get snatched. I watch too much Criminal Minds, I kid you not. He was like, he ended up driving me home, and then I don't know, he's something, a vibe was about him, it was weird. And I'm just like, God, I was like pining over this man in the hospital for like a month. When I was in the hospital, I was in the hospital for more than a month, but still, I mean, I'm pining for this man this whole time I was in the hospital. And like I just felt so low and so like ridiculous. Like there's a reason why we broke up in the first place, or I broke up with him. Like there's a reason. He's just not that interested in me, and I'm super freaking interested in him, you know? Anyway, so that's when I'm like, you know what? I just don't want to be alone. Let me find somebody. And then the whole online dating thing happened, and like, and I'm talking to him like as friends, like, hey, I'm dating this person, da, 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 da. And I'm using this guy as a shield for him, just to wake my heart up. I'm like, hey, stop feeling for D. You have this other guy. Didn't work, you guys. Did not work. And I liked the other guy too, but then he was showing me things that I was like comparing him to D in my head, like, oh, he would just cut off the stupid show anyway if I started crying and all this stuff. Like he would just do that. Like if he was over here, he would do this, you know, the stuff like that. It just, anyway, I forgot where this conversation was going. I didn't tell you guys that I'm like so scared. Like I love him, you guys. Like I love him. And I told him I love him, and he told me he loved me. Some other stuff happened, like, and then we both, cause like we were friends, you know, when I was dating an online dating guy, and like he's the guy that I went to go get froyo with, and he was like doing all the things that like I wished he would have done when we were in a relationship, cause like I don't need him to prove that like he cares about me, but like if you don't want to like take me on a date, if you don't want to like hang out with me outside of chilling in my apartment or your car, it's like, do you really like my personality to talk to me? When you guys see him, you're gonna be like, okay, I get what you're saying. He's older than me. I think by like 10 years, over 10 years. He told me like 10 years, over 10 years. Yeah. He told me how old he was. I just forgot it, to be honest with you guys. I forgot his age. He told me, and now he's not going to tell me. He's not going to tell me anymore. I want to marry this man, you guys. I want to birth his children, and he has kids too, and I'm just thinking like in my head, like, will he ever introduce me to his daughter, to his sons? Will they like me? He keeps telling me that his kids are different, and I'm just like, kids are kids, what are you talking about? Like, what does that even mean? And I think he's not gonna ever like want to introduce me. I like him so much, you guys. Anyway, like, if you guys want like a, because I didn't give you guys all the detail. If you guys want all the detail, that's private. But like, if you want more of the story, and I don't even know what we are now. Like, in my head, he's my boyfriend, but he's like the type of person like in his head, I abandoned him in his time of need. But like, I also needed him in his time of need too, you know? And like, I know I'm in it wrong for like breaking up with him after someone in his family passed away. Someone very, very important. But like, I just didn't know how to handle it, you know? Anyway, I'm gonna show you guys later, but I picked up a planter for my job. I picked up 4 planters and I was on the train with it. It was so hard. It was so heavy. It's not that it's heavy, but it's like bulky and not the lightest. I think it probably weighs like 2 gallons of milk. It's kind of heavy. Yeah, maybe like 2 gallons of milk. it weighs. You guys, I love him like with all my heart, and I'm trying to like downplay it, but like it is so scary because like I've never felt this way about anybody ever. Like, and like, we don't even have to be intimate, you know? Like, we could just be laying on bed and he doesn't even have to touch me. He could just be there, and it's just like, you know? I'm a loser. All right, I'm going to bed. I'm feeling a little woo-hoo. I probably shouldn't have mixed the vodka with the plum wine, but you guys know I love plum wine. It's so sweet and good. All right, guys, stop. All right, I will talk to you guys when I post another video at 2 p.m. and I'll see you guys in the comments below later. But please, like, honestly, I know I'm not the only one that's like a psycho. Let me know some stories in the comments. I will talk to you guys later. So this is a tofu press. I put some tofu in here because I was going to make some braised tofu. And it's a tofu press. Basically, it just takes like the water out of the tofu, and the one that's all like the water from the tofu. It just makes it easier to be fried into like braised tofu. And I was going to make braised tofu for dinner, not tomorrow, the night after tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. I was going to make braised tofu like with a spicy like Korean like fried chicken style, but with tofu way, and it just pops less if you try to like squeeze it out.